Hi there, this is Dawn. Welcome to my art room and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I just want to finish my Christmas tablecloth because I want it on the table now, ready to go, and then I can keep working on the quilt, at another day. But for now, I'm just filling in all the spots. I've been doodling along here, just fiddling around, doing some Christmassy sort of doodle things. And I just thought I would share how I'm doing that. So I've sort of got some baubles going on, a bit of holly, a bit of twiddle, a little star, a little candle, a bauble, another bauble, filling in the spot. If there's a little gap there. These are the sort of threads. I'm going to do them all in pearl cotton because it's going to be just an outline, like you would do a drawing. I'm not going to be filling it in, so I've gathered my threads that I'm going to use. I've got another one going on here. I've started to add a little bit of holly in this spot here, and I thought I would do some more baubles. I was listening to someone with an accent calling them bubbles, and I thought, oh yeah, that's cute. I like bubbles. I think they sound good. Cool. All right. So really, like the simplest sort of idea for these baubles. I'm not worrying about trying to get it as round as I could. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, how are you going with yours? Are you nearly done? I'm close to being done with this. I've only got a few little spots that need some attention. I'm just sort of thinking where I'll do another one. Might do the bauble shape. First. Can give it a little bit of a tie. Yeah, they look pretty cute. Nothing, I'm not going to try and do anything more, just simple outlines like a doodle would be. Yep, nothing more than that. Maybe 2 is enough in there, but I thought I'd do a little bit more of that, that candle idea that I've got going on down on this side. I thought I'd do something similar on this side. Just looking, I've got a bit of a cheat sheet going on, and no, I've lost it. All right, no point in worrying. I'm going to just have a go at it myself. So I think I'll put a candle here, so where it goes there, that's sort of my highest point. And do a candle here, bit of holly, maybe just like a little bit of a, continuing a little look there. I think another star might be nice. And continue the this, I don't know, twiddle. And I think that'll do. Cool. Good. All right, so if I just, and that's all I'm gonna, I think that's probably gonna be enough. By the time I do this bit, and this bit, I think that'll be good. That'll be good to go. I found this one that I thought might look nice for the things that the baubles hang off. Now I've said bubbles, I want to keep saying bubbles. It's just a lovely word, isn't it? Sounds nice in your mouth. Is it the same colour? No, that's the gold one. Good. And so, yep, so this is what I'm going to finish off doing in this video. But while I'm doing this bit, I will then add on to the end where I'm going with the quilt. Oh. And I want to do a couple of, maybe a little bit of light on the subject might help, because it's just, yeah, that was a bit better. That was. And what I'm trying to decide is if I'm going to couch it or I'm going to, yeah, I think I might couch it. I'm going to couch it in itself. So I'm going to start here at the bottom of this one here. There. Oh, she says, promptly losing it. Whether I'm tossing them on the floor here. All right, go up to there in one stitch and then get rid of that. Just a little, maybe 2 or 3 stitches is probably all that it needs. So that they're just really tiny. And then for the bow bit, I'm going to do like a lazy daisy sort of detached chain, whichever. So scoop it around there, back down here, so that that goes under the needle, creates a loop. Like that. And so I'm going to go across this tablecloth, this table runner, and anywhere that there's some little bits and pieces, little gaps, I'm going to add just baubles and little bits of holly there. I think that looks quite sweet. All right, now it's going to come across. Is that too far to come across? Maybe I might finish it off. I mean, because I'm not backing it in anything, probably not having threads that are too long is probably a good idea. I'm just looping it around and to try and make a knot. You know, too long a thread, there's a risk of things getting caught in it. But it's purely decorative on the table. It's not going to be the tablecloth that's going to have the dinner served up on it. It's just going to be sitting there as a decoration, mostly. If we need to eat at the table, we'll take it off. Simple as that. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. So come back. Go from one side of that long stitch to the other. I'm keeping it fairly straight. Come down again. I'm not making too big a feature of that little couch stitch. It's just there and that's all. All right, this one hasn't got a loopy bow. It's just got a thing, a bit of something. So I'm just going to do it like that. So it looks like it's gone through to hold it in. Yeah, that'll do. I think that's okay. All right, tie this one off and then go back and do it on the other side with the same colour. That way they just sort of feel like they match a little bit. Using the same threads all the way round just makes it a bit more cohesive. All right. I'm thinking that I might do the same with that, the same colour. Yeah, let's see what that looks like, but it's not going to be couched. It's going to be, well, is it going to be couched? It would be probably good if it was. All right, I'm going to start from where, let's try it. That bit of holly, I'm going to start there and go, I'm going to estimate what that's going to look like. So that's going to go like that. There, there, all right, back through there, and now I'm going to come back. I'm holding that loop. You get a more, excuse me, sorry, you get a more flow to the thread by couching it. It's not so disjointed as a single stitch can be. All right. Looks quite nice. Whoop. All right. Come back down here. So what I'm doing is coming up close to the line that it, because I'm couching it with the same thread, yeah, I run the risk of it, yeah, see how I've got a bit of extra going on here. I'm going to have to retie the knot at the back because I've left, you know, a bit more than I needed probably. All right, good. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll come up here and I'll go around there. I don't think I've got enough. Let's just see if I do. All right, do that same sort of look. All right, go down through there. It might not be enough to come all the way back. I'll just see how far we go. If I have to get another one, I will. Another bit of thread. Yeah, I'm going to need to. All right, I'm only going to get to there because I'm going to run out. That's all right. I'll tie this one off. I don't know what I'm going to do with the fringe. The fringe is perished in some areas. I mean, it's an old hand towel, and while I really love the fact that it's there, I'm worried about it, leaving it there. I'm not sure. You know, see how it's perished in lots of places, which came like that. All right, a little bit more. Oh yeah, I like that sort of orangey colour. That's me in orange again, isn't it? I don't know how much orange is really on this table runner. Not as much as my quilt, but I've got the orange out, and so it's on the table. So it's calling me. All right, go back to that. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having this finished and having it on the table. I've tried it out a couple of times, and you know, I think I'm really happy with how it looks. So I just like now to have it there and leave it there and keep dragging it off all the time. I've got into audiobooks and listening to a story while I stitch, which is kind of nice. Yeah, see, you get you get a much smoother line. Cool. All right, there's a bit of leeway here. So if I hold it down and not over the top of it, that might help to hold it. Yeah, so I'm going to go and put a book on and keep listening. It's not in anything. I'm not, you know, just stories. It's just fiction. I have a library subscription that I can access on my iPad, and I often read a book on my iPad, but I was following an author, and one of them was just an audio book, and I thought, oh, just give that a go. I haven't never done that before, and I actually don't mind it. All right, nearly 20 minutes. I'm going to keep going. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to do back stitch. I'm not going to do I don't think any satin stitch. I think I just want this to be line work, like it's drawn on. All right, and I'll come back and show you where I'm going. Cool. All right, hope you're good. Okay, well, I'm nearly done. I've done baubles here, a little bit of holly. I've done this little bit of thing here. The candle is just sort of kind of disappears. So I thought what I need to do is find something that will make it stand out a bit more. I've got this linen thread, you know, who knows where it came from. And I think that will help it stand out. It's sort of like a creamy crochet cotton. I don't know why it didn't. It just didn't. Why it didn't? I don't know why it didn't. It just didn't stand out at all. So I'm going to have another go at that, and then I'm going to publish this video. I know that it's not my quilt, but I think I can stretch you out with this now. I'm just looking for a needle. Sorry. Because I've used the same prompts to do this project, that was one of Sarah and Rachel's anyway. It wasn't a different one, but I just thought that the prompts really led themselves to helping me work out what I wanted to put on this. Gave me some direction as to what to add next, and I really appreciated that list of prompts. I think you could use them in so many different types of projects. I'm just going to run along beside it. I'm going to run along the inside. Oh, well, you know, almost over it. You know, it had a bit of a formula as I sort of thought about it, where we laid down some larger pieces first, such as the doilies and some lace, some favourite fabrics, and then after that we started to add some feature pieces. So it's a great formula. Thank you, Rachel and Sarah. I think it's something that can be used in many different projects, and it was just perfect for this one. I had it. It's exactly a year now since we were there, and I just was thrilled to bits to be there. I'd admired them from afar, and having the chance to meet them up close and personal and get to know them was just a joy. So yeah, I mean we've met once again since then, but that was my first. I was a bit of a, you know, one of those silly groupie fans, you know, almost so excited to meet them. Yeah, now you can see that candle a bit better. I'll show you the other things that I've done. And then the next video, I've had a really full-on week and not a lot of time to do stitching or videoing, but tomorrow is my day to do what I want to do. I really need to finish getting my house sorted for Christmas. It's nearly there. I've nearly done it. I just have a few bits and pieces that haven't been completed, and it's because I haven't been here. So then I think after that I can put some time into my quilt. I've almost finished my Christmas shopping. I'm so excited. For my gifts, I mean, I've made a lot. I made all my glass Christmas trees and things. You would have, you know, if you're following along with my videos, you might have seen me do that. But they're an extra to go with the gifts. I've sorted something out for all my grandchildren. Yeah, that's better, eh? Way better. Yeah, that's all done. Very excited. So it's now just a matter of getting the house finished, put away the containers that normally store the decorations in, because they're still out, because there's a few bits and pieces that I haven't used. And you never know, I might need another decoration somewhere. Oh yeah, that's like way better. It's quite nice actually, this thread. It's got a bit of a shine to it. It's just called linen thread. I have no idea where I got it from. But see, here's another candle here that you can almost not see. And so I was sitting here, got all of this stitching done, and I thought, oh, that was just pointless. What I have been doing is I've been going around every doily now and making sure that every little bit is stitched down and there's no bits sort of sticking up, just to give it some, you know, those final bits of security. Excuse me. Yep, so that's been happening as well. I've been doing a bit of that with my quilt too, but I think the quilt can have a video of its own. This is really the finish of this, and then I don't need to add it to the quilt videos. You're not going to see it on the table tonight or today, whenever it is that you watch this video. You're not going to see it laid out on the table, simply because I'll show you in a minute, I've still got a bit of hand stitching to do. And so I think if I can upload this video after I've done this little bit, put it together and upload it for you so you get to see it, and then I can do another one and I'll add it to that once I've finished this hand stitching, because I really haven't had any, I've had no stitching time during the day at all, none. This is sort of after tea stitching, which tends to be when I'm a bit tired and have an early night. I've done so many things this week. It's just been a completely full-on week. My friend moved successfully. That was really good. I stayed the night with her, but we were wrecked. We were both saying our back was a bit broken, even though the removalist did the majority of the work. You know, you just stay on your feet the whole day and you're walking backwards and forwards, and yeah, we were both tired. And we did a bit of shopping and the next day, and then today I've sort of better, you know, clean the shower and done that for a bit and changed the sheets on the bed, because I don't know, that was last week and today's Thursday and I don't know what happens to the days. They just do a disappearing act. And then I needed to go and do some things for my mum. Happy with that. I just used just the same threads so that they're just sitting there together, working together. So this was the variegated one, which was this one. So it tends to go in and out of green and red. So you can see that. That's a Voldani, and I think it must be M57 is the colourway, I think. That orange one, that's one of my dyed things from too long ago. The holly was another Voldani, Pearl Cotton 12. It's 039 is the colourway. Yeah, and then the yellow was another one of those pearl cottons that I dyed. So the yellow and the orange ones, they're mine, from my own dyeing. So yep, sorry, can't give you that. And then that linen thread, I've dyed some of this linen thread, comes up quite nicely dyed. It's just a natural colour. So they're the colours that I've used in there. I've got rid of all of the black, but they're just there in the background filling in those little spaces. So quite nice. Same on that side. There. All right, so the next bit is round the side here, around these, near these hearts. I just thought, just done it with the black pen at the minute. I haven't stitched it. Bit of a twiddle, couple of stars, a little bit of holly, a bit more of a holly thing going on around here. I think that's all I've done. And then I think after that, there's probably just a weeny bit up this side here. That still needs to happen. And then I think I'm done. Yeah, so there's a little bit of space here. Not a lot. Probably not worth worrying about in there. I don't think that I'm going to add... Oh, I need to get rid of that black line there. I don't think that I'm going to add any more down here. I think that's enough. Maybe something in here. And yeah, that's me. I'm done. Cool. All right, swizzle this back around. You can see that for the last few minutes. Good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's starting, it looks great. It's just so filled with joy, and I know that the quilt is starting to look the same way. Filling in all of these little gap fillers is just the perfect complement to all of the other bigger pieces. So thank you, Rachel and Sarah. Been a lovely project. Cool. I'll talk to you again soon, maybe in the next day or two, when I'm back working on my quilt. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye for now.